sun breaking through the gold. Story of a future yet to be told. Young blood chasing every goal. Pumping rhythmic spirit through the soul. Rise up, Africa. Your time is now. Big dreams, one world. Let's show them how. Keep talent opens doors. Global dreams forevermore. Set your goal at podcast. Let's grow. Let's shine. Together we rise. Keep talent opens doors. Dreams forevermore.
Okay, good day, everyone. This is Dar Setro welcoming you to today's live stream. I'm Dar Setro, and I have beside me.
Ketulu and etc. It's nice having you around on this live stream tonight. Yes.
We apologize for the 1 hour delay that we have. It was due to some technical challenges, especially when you want to talk about important topics like this. We usually observe that some forces wants to say, no, don't talk about this because they don't want a change. But let's jump right in. Today, we are looking at a topic that is very, very important for any economy that wants to develop in the world, that they must settle down with the working population, the working class, or those that fall within the work age bracket, needs to settle down to ask themselves this question, that in a scenario whereby they are faced with two opportunities, one is legal, the other is not, and they have challenges that are soft and hard. Let me just put it that way. Which would they go for? This is where the question comes to play. But before you answer the question of tonight, which has already been displayed before us, we need to settle down and not to jump in a hurry. Imagine that you are faced with the opportunity to choose between remote work or online scam. Which would you actually prefer to go for? Let's assume, before you start rushing to say, oh, I'll go for A, I'll go for B. Let's paint a scenario. Imagine a situation whereby you are left with just 5,000 naira, which is less than $5 in your pocket. Not $5 to the end of the month. I mean, MC Ama broke. You were just having $5 in your pocket. That's all you have. Home and abroad. And you have your school, your children's school fees to be paid. And you can see the ways the teachers in your children's school have been looking at your children when they are approaching the gate with that kind of corner eye. And to not top up the icing on the cake, there is this call that you have been trying to avoid, which is the call from your landlord. He has called you twice, thrice, fives, six, whatever. And all this pressure were mounting up. But before you could say Jack Robinson, there is this other issue about your mom, whose high blood pressure has gone up, and the question is they need the drugs that usually bring down the high blood pressure down, and it is totally exhausted, and it needs replacement. My dear, with all this constellation of forces of challenges here and there, you are coming back home to meet the children with no food on the table. What will be running through your mind will be more than what any country in the world can analyze. Then all of a sudden, there were two calls that came up. The first call came in, and it was this your friend from the United States of America. Oh, saying it's been long they heard from you. And you know what? There is this remote job that fits what you have studied in school, and your name came to his mind, and he decided to tell you that there is this remote job that comes up, and you might need to apply, and you are going to be paid in dollars, either as a finance analyst and the like. That you are very good, you are very smart, intelligent guy. But you need couple of weeks to pass through the first stage, the second stage of interview before you get that. And at the end of the day, you will be rewarded with a monthly take home in, like, say for example, $7,000, $6,000. You know what that means to anybody in the continent of Africa or the less developing economies? The dollar exchange thing is going to really transform your world. But of all these stories, you still have to wait for 30 good days that makes a calendar month to be paid. While you drop the call and you're like, wow, I am grateful for this, but what should I do? Should I go ahead with this? Will this solve my immediate problem? There was another call. And the second call was coming from your friend in Mexico. And it's telling you, oh, how are you? I just thought about you. I have a business deal for you. It is just something very palatable. In short, you don't have to wait for any job recruitment processes. This is a job that it is yours to grab. And let me tell you, this job can transform your life within the next 24 hours. And all you have to do is to just say yes, and everything will be fully explained to you, because it's just something that will give you 1 year's salary in 1 day. Wow. And I'm sure you have all the information running analysis in front of you that, oh, you have a mother that needs to be taken care of, you have children that need to be fed, and you have a landlord that need to be settled. Good. The question that we asked at the beginning now comes to play. Your friend now told you that this job that they are proposing to you is an online scam. The question is, which will you go for? If you are right on this on this live stream, and if you're seeing this video, we would like to have your comments. We would like to have you in the comment section. Tell us which of them you will go for. Will you be ready to sacrifice everything on the line just because you want to ensure that you keep to the good side of the law and humanity? Or you would rather you solve your challenges immediately without time wasting, without no interview, online scam? So the question once again, remote job or online scam, which would you prefer? Let's hear from you.
It all depends. It actually depends on the personality of the person in question. So it's all about your values. What is of utmost importance to you? So it's something about your view. It's easier said than done, because right now I'm not in that shoes. But when you are actually wearing those shoes, you have those immediate needs looking at you in the face. You have those challenges, you have everything. And let's say the life of the mother is even at stake and every other thing. So there will be justifiable reasons to go for the one that will really satisfy you. And it might be like, there's not going to be any, you're not going to be caught. It's just something, people are doing it. Let's just do it once, at least if it's just once. Just do it once, at least to get these results now. So there might be something like that. Because I'm not in that shoe, I wouldn't know. But it now depends. The prioritization now depends on the value system of the person. So I, for one, I'm not going to judge my own. I'm not going to. But if it were to be me, my own value system is totally different, because what I value I value what is just. I value integrity above every other thing. So I'm I might not know how to go about it. Like, these things are immediate, they are immediate needs, but I will still prefer integrity. That which comes with integrity, honesty, I mean to say, above any other one. I think that's for me. And it's easier said than done, but you actually need that courage and that integrity and that discipline to stay focused at such times and look away from whatever challenges. And that grace really comes from God.
Okay. I think at the end of I will wait till the end of this podcast before I reveal what I will personally do. Because we are not here to sermonize you tonight. Neither are we here to condemn anyone that is caught on each other's of the side of the pendulum with respect to whether you will choose the online scam or the remote job. But we want to listen to your view, we want to hear your view, and we also want to tell you something that will be of utmost importance.
But the challenge is this way you are calling it online scam. Nobody will come to you directly and tell you this thing is online scam, Mr. Setru. Nobody will tell you. They will just tell this is working smart. And that's where the challenge lies. When you're in such a situation and people know that you really have a challenge, they're not going to tell you the end result of that thing they want to give you that it's bad. They're just going to say, oh, you are playing safe. It's being smart. People are not working hard now. They are working smart. So work smart, get a year's salary in one day. It's just for you to agree. And because no real person will hear that. Some persons might do it because we heard the other time that some people were sharing, bad persons on the online were sharing money, and some people still said they wanted it. I don't want to put my mouth into such things. But some people that were really bad were sharing money online on a live stream, and some persons knew what they were into, that it was illegal, it was bad. They still said they wanted the money. And in the end, some had real challenges. That's by the way. But for the sincere persons that are still in the world, they are, where they'll be caught in the trap is inability to read in between the lines, because they might just say, this thing is actually right now. It's going to work out for you. It's going to help you do this. It's going to see you through and this and that. Do you understand? So let's just solve it now before you wait for that long process of going to a remote job. You'll be trained, you'll be retrained, you learn, you will learn, and you have to adapt to their culture and every other thing. Just do this now so that your mother doesn't die. Your children can go to school. They'll pay their school fee. At least there can be food on the table. We're talking about life-threatening situation, yet there is no food. If your children go without food for days. So that in that sense, it will now be justifiable that yes, now let me just quickly do this. At least I have to save life. Ever help those who help themselves. That's
no. You need to clarify that it will be justifiable for you.
It's not for me.
So you need to.
It's going to be justifiable for some persons because I know I've said my own view. That's I have the right to my view. My view is integrity, and I've openly said that it's easier said than done. But by the grace of God, if you're a person of the secret place, the Holy Spirit will help you at that time, because that's my utmost priority in life: to be honest and to have integrity. And any other thing, it's a no-no. But there are still some persons that might not have gotten their footings up to that level. So some things might like to be like, no, I can't watch my children stay without food. I can't. It's until you are in that situation, like you see that your children don't have food to eat, your parents are in need. That situation is not a good place to be at all. So it's easier said like this than done. So when people are actually in that situation and they see that this is a way out, if they are not really grounded in their faith, people have different faith. My faith is in Jesus Christ and in the Holy Spirit, and He helps me at such times to continue to help me. So if people don't have such faith, they might tend to say,
I would not want you to bring in the issue of faith into this. No. The reason why you should not bring in the issue of faith into this, we've seen a lot of persons professing faith, professing one religion or the other, but when they come in contact with real life scenarios like this, they've forgotten about the fact that whatever you are trying to use to solve your immediate problem, that is going to hurt your fellow man on the other side of the pendulum, doesn't even need faith before you know that it is wrong or right. So I would want us to use the real humanity. Our brain is not a couple of milkshake. It is there for us to decipher between the good and the bad. Now, the issue of faith will be an addendum, but your personality, your real self is what is going to play out in such scenario. So many people they've compromised even the so-called faith in the face of challenges. So let's put faith to one side. You as a person, that is what I want to address this night. Will you rather pick to engage to work remotely, whereby you are earning thousands of dollars legally on a monthly basis, or because of scenarios around you that you really think that they are utmost, you will therefore go ahead to join the online scamming? And let me tell you, whether they pronounce it to you as online scam or not, by the time they are introducing you to such businesses that can generate inflow, that can generate income of 1 year in 1 day to you, without you necessarily investing in real tangible assets or whatever level of investment or your IQ in the right way, then you already know that it's just pomading of words. That is what is fraudulent in nature. So my question goes back to all our viewers there. What will be the best option that you are going to go for? Will you rather stay through the interview process that is just within some few weeks and get employed and know that in the nearest few days or couple of days or a month max, you are going to earn income legitimately with rest of mind, no high blood pressure in the future, no cholesterol clogging, no paralysis as a result of evil wishes in the air from those that you have defrauded from the United States of America, Australia, and the likes. So now, because all these United, they are going to unite. If you go online and you are committing fraud, you are going to end up having united causes. So to prevent your life, which one would you rather go for? Will you see the best of the option? Because now it's not even becoming profitable again for you to embark on scam. Why? Because when people go online for scamming, what are they venturing into? They are driven into scamming because of the exchange, the dollar exchange, the pound sterling, and the likes. By the time they convert it, they make more money. Whereas you have the other option, legitimate business, legitimate employment, that you can actually use those brain that you are using to fabricate stories, lies, and deception to actually do a proper job for organizations in the global north and get well paid, well recognized. Well, oh no, there are so much that is going on.
But mind you, nothing great comes easy. If it's the scamming one, you have to use a lot of brain. As in, those that are really into scam, they use a lot of cover-ups. They learn a lot of things and they know a lot of things. But mind you, if you want to do that of the remote job, you have to be ready to really sacrifice a lot of things. You have to be ready to learn and unlearn, because working remotely takes a lot. It's not just your certifications that matters, but what you're really able to do.
I love this aspect that you have just jumped into. You have to sacrifice a lot, and you have to what's it called, to learn and unlearn. Have you ever had the opportunity of looking through what online scammers go through? The dedication, the denial. They deny themselves a whole lot. They research a lot, because in short, they do more to practice the business of online scamming than what they would have done to do a proper, honest job. Remote job, let's look at it. For you to work as a remote worker from this side of the world, especially the global south, maybe in Africa, you might be having to work around midnight because of the time difference. The midnight here might be their own day, that might be their home money over there. And as such, look at the online scammers, they don't sleep overnight. In short, their eyes are more open than any normal human being at night. Because they would have slept in the daytime, and at night they are resuming to it as a job. And I can tell you that any successful scammer, any successful scammer must have spent number of years at night being awake.
Sorry, don't say successful scammer, because that's
No.
anyone that succeeded.
Fraudulently successful. It doesn't mean that they are really successful. Because if you can go into the habit of scamming other people, then your success is a negative one, because what is making you laugh is actually killing some other persons over there. And you know how the universe works. Constellation of forces that works against each other will make it that you yourself, you will not end well. So, what are we talking about? The question is, would you rather go for a remote job, or you will go for midnight hunting that is done by the perpetrators of online fraud? But before we begin to delve into this, whenever online fraud is mentioned, the question is always, where is the origin of this fraudulent act? Fraudsters. What was the origin of this anti-human attitude or character? A lot of persons will open their mouth and be like, wow, Nigerians are scammers. Exactly what is going on now in South Africa. A lot of South Africans are even generalizing it that Nigerians are scammers and all the likes, but that Nigerians are scammers and drug pushers and the likes. But looking at scamming, did it actually originate from Nigeria? No. Did it actually originate from Africa? No. It will shock you tonight as I will be explaining where the origin of scamming, online scamming, actually started from. It was only made popular by the code of conduct or by the law that is against scamming in Nigeria, which was Section 419, that now branded it and now positioned it as if it's a Nigerian thing. But we'll go into that story. We need to go back to our question. Which will you pick? Online scamming or remote job? Remote job or online scamming? And we're not just going to have this discussion just on an empty plate this evening. We are also going to show you, for those of you that are interested in joining the camp of the remote jobs that you really want to work online legally, then we have some surprise packages for you. We have some job opportunities that will be shared with you that you can apply for and get real legal employment online, whereby you will be paid without risking your life, the name of your family, your integrity, your integrity intact, and the likes. So we're going to share, just stay with us. We're going to share some links with you that will take you to some portals whereby you will be able to apply for some remote jobs that can pay you as much as thousands of dollars on a monthly basis. And you know what thousands of dollars is, especially for the Nigerian folks and some African countries? That is millions of naira. So why risk your life when you can actually work for the money intelligently and legally?
Why do you think that the majority of people into online scam are the young ones?
Okay.
They have the syndrome of get rich quickly. They don't want to do the hard work, but they don't know that the work they are doing is the other work in the negative way. So if you really want to work remotely, you have to be ready to sacrifice your pleasure, because nobody will be hunting after you in remote jobs. it's tend to be that you are the boss of yourself. You are a self manager. Once you are given a task, it's assumed that it's done already. So nobody will come and police you because it's not the office. You have to have that ability to hone up to your duties, your tasks. You have to have the ability to ensure that you have real working system and you have real value for time. Not like in Africa, when you say a meeting is 10 a.m. Some people come by 10 past 10. No, remove.
Let me answer your first question. The first question is, we all know without being equivocal that the larger chunk of people perpetrating fraud online are the youth. Why? The basic reason why large numbers of youth are taken to crime is because of lack of employment. The unemployment rate is large, especially within the continent of Africa and some other parts of the global south. And as such, when you have a lot of idle ends, there is this saying that says that the idle ends are the Satan's workshop. And if they are the Satan's workshop, at the Satan's or the devil's workshop, if they are the devil's workshop, then you need to get them another work that will take them out of the employment of the devil. So now the question is, are you there as a youth and you have been trapped with the misconception that there are no jobs that will pay, because a lot of them are graduates. A lot of them actually can study well. A lot of them knows what invoice is used to uh, what invoice to use for one transaction to the other. A lot of them know how to fill Form M and the likes, and a lot of them knows all these things. They can even generate it, they can create it just like a real business, but the only thing is that it's a fake business that never existed. A lot of the fraudulent online guys, I tell you, if they have used the same brain to set up a legitimate business, they would have been one of the best, the biggest shots globally. But instead of that, they decided, either because of lack of opportunity or what have you, or because of personal greed that is pushing so many of them even away from try to survive. Okay, I think we have Jim Barak here before I continue. Jim Barak, how are you? Can you turn on your camera?
Oh, yes, I'll turn the camera on in a second. Grasping potential. That's the identification of a self starter. That's
Hmm.
what deep talent is looking for. Self starters, people that want to grasp their potential. You also made another great analogy. Um, it's same with the sports. Like if people put the same energy they put into being a sports fan, can you imagine? The difference is the sports fan can afford to go to these events and pay for them, while the other person who's maybe doing something that's not righteous has to resort to something because they're basically always broke. Now, why is the potential part and grasping of it so important? Because there's a lack of jobs. When you can't have jobs, guess what happens? So this is what the deep talent does. This is they're saying get out of your hole, grasp your potential, and utilize your own free will. Utilize everything you have to your potential. Thank you for having me on again today, and I will turn my camera on in a second. I'm just in the kitchen cooking.
The pleasure having you. Okay, we want to see where you're
Jim
cooking.
is cooking. This is serious. I hope you know how to spice food.
Oh yeah, I do.
That's great. So
But that was a great opening you guys did. That I really appreciated the way you guys laid that out because you came
wow.
to the finite position
Hmm.
of scammers. Like yeah, I mean, don't let it it's like a reputational thing. Don't it really shouldn't be taken because people in America, I do know that there's like that scamming mentality that people think about when they think of anybody anything to do with Nigeria. I mean, it's really bad. It's like a bias. But
Hmm.
what you guys are laying out is a foundational kind of material that says, look, here's the source, here's the path, and it's up to you. And that was a really good opening you guys did.
Wow, thank you so
Thank
very
you.
much. Thank you so very much. And with that, I would like to give a little briefing about the history of fraud, of online fraud. A lot of persons feel online fraud started from Lagos, Nigeria, Africa. It never did. It never started from here. Actually, if you go through the book of history about fraudulent, online fraudulent
Right, right.
practices,
Actually, it was imported into Nigeria. It was
yeah,
actually brought to it. Yes, great point.
and it started even before the internet showed up. That's another thing. Online fraud started before the internet. And it is dating back to what we call the Spanish prisoner letter. The Spanish prisoner letter. And it is called the advance fee fraud. The communication was so done that anybody that looked through the historical fact about the origin of this online fraud will be shocked because it was not with any form of ambiguity. It started in Europe in the 18th and 19th century with a simple pitch that was so simple or deadly. And it's this. The pitch was this: a wealthy man is locked up abroad. Help me pay a small fee to free him, and you shall share in his fortune. Small money is what they were asking for. The letter was sent out, dispersed out, that a big guy, a well to do man, was locked up in the prison, and we need to help him to get out of that prison so that immediately the guy comes out. What will happen? We will share in his fortune and everybody will be fine. That is saying something. The hook there is an advertisement to the taste bud of greed. Because in every human being, there is this little iota, this little atom of greed. That when it is not checkmate on time, it begins to grow fat, big, and bigger. And it doesn't stop there until it has swallowed up the owner of that little seed. So if you are listening to this video, or if you are watching this video now or in the next few minutes, please take note that there's anything you need to kill so that it doesn't kill your dream. Is this thing that is called greed. Now, before you knew it, this was the baseline of all the latest form of fraud that we have till date.
Right, right. Hey, can I jump in real quick? There's a guy named Bernie Madoff. You know what a Ponzi scheme is? So everybody
Mhm.
knows the largest Ponzi schemes in the world have been pulled off here in America. So the largest theft, lying, cheating. There was also the fraud of Enron, the company that collapsed, trying to change the economy here in California. There's been fraud after fraud, and it really stems. And let's all be honest, guys. I mean, the monarchy. It really does come back to the city of London. But thank you for let me speak in like that. I'm sorry to interrupt.
Okay. And you know, the funniest stuff was that immediately after this Spanish advanced fee fraud took to the center, that was the grandpa of fraud, and that was the great grandpa of world problem of scamming. That was where the son, one of the grandson, traveled to Nigeria, and it's called 419 advanced fee fraud. Hmm. But something happened along the line. The advent of the internet coming up in the especially in the year 1994, where we have the www.com. You know what I'm talking about, the .com era, the World Wide Web era. It now made it better and easier to do what? To market this fraud on a larger scale. Check this. Just for you to know that there is nothing that is different from what has been done in the past and presently. The website, the www.com was there, the internet was there, just placed in the front of you for good or for evil.
Right.
Those,
Like you
those
couldn't you couldn't have there's no way you could have more fraud than has ever been invented until it came online. That's what you're
yes,
saying, correct?
yes, yes. So at this point, whereby you now during the www.com era, that a single mail, a single free mail can be sent to millions of persons. And guess what? We have billions of people across the globe. So there is no way you will tell me that out of these billions of persons, presently we have over 8 billion people walking the surface of the earth. Now, there is no way you will send some mails that is getting into the eyes of millions of people, that at least you will not find 10 to 100 to 1,000 stylishly greedy humans or novice. Some are not even greedy, some are just novice, some are just they are just so over believing. They easily believe anyone that comes
Can
across them. They
can we
believe.
also can we also classify them as living beyond their means?
Okay, okay. It can also go for that. And those are the greedy parts of it. But there are some that are not aware. I know of so many aged people that have been scammed in the UK, in the US, and the likes, not because they are greedy, but because they were tricked like a
Oblivious.
service organization is calling them most of the time. Maybe is one company or the other that they use to scam them. That your service is being interrupted. Amazon, they've used Amazon, they've used Netflix, they use so many things to scam people of their hard-earned money. So it's not totally everyone that falls into the trap of this set of human beings that are actually greedy, but larger chunk are greedy. Those are the ones that they tell you some unbelievable story. That was even a time that somebody was trying to sell a government property to someone abroad. What kind of government property? Somebody was marketing the airport, Nigerian airport, to an individual outside the continent of Africa. And I'm like, how did this guy convince you that a country is selling the airport, the national? Oh my goodness. So, what are we talking about? Let's not forget the angle we are looking at here. We are saying the internet came in, and just like you have remote work, which is legal, and you have the online fraud, which is illegal. That was how the internet came in. It expounded business ideas to the world. For those that could be highly critically thinking, they went into what? To expand their businesses beyond geographical borders. But those that have fraudulent intent, instead of building the real business, they built MAGA. They built what we call Mugu. Because here in this part of the continent, wherever you hear this word, Mugu, MAGA, it means you are being used. So I pray that anyone seeing this live stream will never fall for such, because come closer. As intelligent as I am, I fell for one, and it hit me badly. Where? Not in Nigeria, in China. I was duped of, wow.
Is it also?
I was I was duped twice.
Mhm.
The same person that duped me Whenever I remember, the same person that duped me,
This is gonna hurt. I'm waiting for this. This is gonna hurt.
the same person that duped me,
Oh, yeah.
I wanted to. He convinced me again that
You still
that
went to,
I can that the other one is on his way and I could track it. I was tracking it.
yes,
It was coming. It tricked me again that I should send money for
another
another one,
He sent it.
and I sent it.
Hey,
So if you see me talking about this topic, I'm not just talking about it because I read it somewhere. I experienced it, and that happened when we newly got married.
Sorry.
It was, you were talking of honeymoon, we were doing honey L because it was terrible. All the monies that we would have used for something, like take your wife out and other stuff,
Of business investment money. Yeah.
invested into business, and it was a loan I took from the bank. No,
And for
no,
business,
was it from, yeah, partly from the bank and from
for
friends.
yes. And it's for business, so as in for business.
It was for business. It was not
Yes.
even for anything. They were supposed to ship a particular product to me. They collected my money. I still remember that part. Ganzhao in China. In case you are a Chinese person, you know what I'm talking about. Ganzhao in China and all this stuff.
Jim is looking so great.
Oh,
Wow.
look at you there.
I finally got all the food off the oven, so you guys are really laying it down because I think there's a real bias that I think that at the bottom line that Deo's trying to get to is there's a real bias. I'm not necessarily saying it's just in one country; it could be in all countries. But once everybody went online, it's kind of like a wild west type of open market type of thinking, and people can take advantage of the technology to positive or negative. And I think that's exactly what you're saying. So
Yeah. The truth is that both the good and the bad, they saw the opportunity to reach larger chunk of persons. Those that are in their positive mindset, they decided to build real legitimate business that is beyond borders.
yeah.
But those with myopic mindset of not continuing anything, not trying to build a future that can be inherited.
Right. They didn't
Yeah.
want to build, they didn't want to take advantage of what was given to them. They took a disadvantage to what was given to them.
So immediately they discovered the fact that you can wire a huge sum of money between strangers that never met before, between strangers that have no connections before, between strangers that might not hurriedly transport themselves, because that I remember that period, it was as if I should appear in China. But look at the distance, and I have the work that I'm reporting to every morning. How do I get there? And by the time, to worsen it, by the time I made inquiries and the likes, I was told the place really exists, but the
company-
government does not do anything to protect foreigners from these guys. And it is not even a good idea for me to go there because I don't want to turn to rental ghost. So what are we talking about? What we are talking about here is that the platform, the website, is there for both the good and the bad. It's now up to you. But this night, we want to share with you, those of you that have good intention, you are genuinely looking for job opportunities, something to put food on your table legally. You can not tell me from today that you are jobless, and as that is the reason why you are into fraud. No. If after today, with all your level of brilliancy, I know a lot of persons, they've gone to the schools, so many have graduated from universities, they couldn't get job now. And they couldn't get job, and because of that, they've taken to fraud, online fraud and the likes. It is not too late to retrace your steps. if you are in need of remote jobs that will pay good money, you can visit www.deeptalent deeptalentplatform.com, and we've been working with so many organizations outside the continent of Africa, and www.deeptalentplatform.com, send to apply for remote jobs. Okay, I've just shared that now. I'll put it on the screen for us to, I don't know what's happening to the internet.
I was hoping that maybe Dr. Ojo was going to pop in today. Where's he at?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure if, because I didn't reach out to him. I'm not sure if he will be online today. But this still remains this.
Well, I
Whenever,
was. He's got such good feedback about he's he's been in both worlds, in the north and the south. So I mean, he's really vital as far as people want to make opinions, and they need you know more than one source to make an opinion, and he's vital. So I would urge Dr. Ojo to come on Thursdays and Sundays with Deo and Joke, and offer his opinions so everybody else can see them. They're worth, just alone, the clips that you can make from Dr. Ojo speaking are wonderful. The man has a PhD. He has a drive, a heart, a faith, and I miss the reason I show up here sometimes. It's not no disrespect, but I really like him, and I think he has a vital function. And so I always hope he's here, Doctor Ojo.
don't worry, you see
One
him
of these
soon.
days.
You see him soon. And what was it called? Like, as I was saying, I know a lot of you, a lot of the Gen Zs will not even know what we're talking about when you say AOL. AOL was one of the biggest platforms that was used to perpetrate fraud. Jim Barak, do you know of AOL?
Oh
Okay,
yes, America Online. Yes, America
America.
Online. Yes.
Good. So
Yeah,
it was,
yeah, and it's also spawned the Yahoo company. It
yeah.
bought up stuff. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You know, that was the good old days, right? When you yeah, go on, Dale.
Okay. And it was the level of crime that was perpetrated on that AOL, in which they were sending spam messages, deadly, as in deadly scamming messages, that now brought about the branding of the online fraud that is called phishing, in which, you know what is fishing? Throwing the net, as many fish that enters into it, you strangulate them and kill, you hit them in the pot. So that was actually what was going on then. And then I do not want to bore you with too many stories of what these fraudulent guys did and likes. It was during the internet days that you know a lot of deadly things were transported, mass produced, mass distributed into the country, because prior to the internet days, it was just some few that have experiences outside the continent of Africa that were able to perpetrate scamming at that scale. But now with the internet coming in the year 1994 and downward, they pepper sprayed everywhere with a whole lot. And it was at this point in time that the Nigerian government enacted a law, the Section 419, that prohibits advance fee fraud. It is from there that you now get the name 419. 419, scammers, and the likes of them. But what are we talking about today? The best thing anyone can do for him or herself is not to spoil your family name, your name, and the name of your children. Because here in this part of the world, especially in Africa, we go by the name. There is this saying that says that what a good name is better than gold. So if you are still along that balance where you recognize the fact that a good name is better than what? Than silver and gold, I will implore you that instead of you selling your future for a cup of rice that you can actually own instead of stealing it, then you should head over to www.deeptalentplatform. Did I just say? Uh, okay, www.deeptalentplatform.com. I think there is a network issue here.
Yeah.
The link that I posted is not showing. So
okay, so and as you're heading on to www.deeptalentplatform.com for your remote jobs, make sure you're ready to work because the site will only be as in able to get connected to real roles if you are 1% of the best in talent. And what does it take? It just takes you being ready to learn and unlearn whatever you've learned before. You must have stable internet. After having stable internet, a ready mind to work, you must have what? Time consciousness.
Yeah.
That's one thing that is so key.
An ability to work with little or no supervision.
Yes, that's another thing. Ownership. Yes, and you must be able to adaptability to whatever is. You don't have to say, I've been used to this system. You have to learn and learn. Then the next thing is that you must be what? There are so many things you just have to know. You have to know that you have to have hands-on experiences, not just theoretical experiences like we so much like it here in Africa. I have PhD, this, that. It's good. But aside that, you must be able to do it. You must be able to provide solution. If you are a data analyst, you must be able to help the company grow with your data analysis. What can you do? Do you come there and right there you do it? So that's one thing. If you have hands-on experiences and you have a portfolio of these experiences, I want to tell you, you are going to get remote jobs. If you can just solve a solution, value creation, you can really be a value addition to that company, and you can provide solutions to their pain points.
True.
You're going to be employed. So don't think it's until you have all the certifications. No. So that's one thing you should think about on remote jobs. We have youths now that are so good on the use of the internet and everything. Just come there if you are, as in for the operations and all the likes. But the real mainstay of Deep Talent is for finance, compliance, risks, credit risks talents that top notch, but we can also they have roles for operations, virtual assistants, and what have you. So just be good at what you're doing: data analyst, AI, automations, and every other thing. So you just go to www.deeptalentplatform.com. You don't have any reason to say I'm not working out. Just be ready to grow yourself, grow your life. That same energy you would put into scamming, put it into getting something real of your life.
Legitimate work.
Oh, I just remember the
give yourself some worth. Why not give yourself some worth? If you have talent to scam, you have talent to be a talent. You can actually make something from yourself. Don't waste your time being a negative type of person. Be beneficial. Next thing you know, the Lord's blessing you, and you're going to get ahead. I mean, it's not too hard to figure out. I mean, just utilize your brain, take the advantage of what's given to you by, deep talent, and think about it, folks. It's not that hard. What do you want? A good life or a bad life? Well, I don't know about you, but karma's not a fun thing to mess around with. So
I just remember the case of a very young girl. I think she's a Nigerian girl, maybe from Igbo tribe. that was doing great globally. Like she was into tech. I can't remember her name now. She was really doing great, very good at it. She was over there. I don't know if you remembered her
Okay,
story.
that now went
Yes,
into
that now went into fraud.
fraud.
Jim. So painful. This guy is so intelligent, highly intelligent. The world organizations were looking for her, and she was going, making it, not knowing that she added scam to it, she added fraud to it, and in the end, she got caught. And globally, it was so terrible, it was so painful. A very young, promising girl. So that's it. Whatever you're doing, there is this law of life. Whatever goes up, it will really calm down. There is no way you keep on doing it and you think you're so smart at it. You're still going to get caught. And in the end, everything you've built over 40, 50, 20, 10,
You're
5
gonna
years,
get caught. You're
it's
gonna
gone.
get caught.
Yes.
You're
So
gonna
all of
get
you,
caught.
That was exactly
what
what happened
happened to
to
that girl?
Hush Puppy. Hush Puppy is still in your country now, in prison. I hope you heard of that.
Uh, I got a granddaughter. I'm more focused on that.
There is this guy, Hush Puppy. Hush Puppy was, no, he's a very intelligent young chap and the likes, to the extent that while he was perpetrating those frauds, companies like Nike, like Prada, he wears
but here, this is
all
the
those
thing.
brands.
They all jump on. They all jump into the scam. They know it's a scam. They know it
Hmm.
is.
Wow.
They're the when those big companies jump in, they're the promoters of it.
No, no, no. They
They
don't, they
see.
don't, they never knew.
They never knew.
They never knew.
Hmm.
This one,
I get. No, I know the person didn't know, but the company knew.
no, the companies never knew. This guy was uh, saying he's getting his money from real estate in different stores and the
No,
like,
you
and he
see,
was
this is
he
very
was
very
built,
hard to. I mean,
he
there's
was
really a
he
lot
was
of
built,
investigative reporters. I don't.
he,
I mean, sometimes, yeah, when he had millions of followers or something like that.
Gucci. I think the company I wanted to mention was Gucci. He was most of the time everything he's putting on is Gucci, Gucci this, Gucci that, Gucci
And
this,
no, but it
Gucci.
was not. It was
As in,
just
he was
patronizing
patronizing
them.
them.
It's
Not
not that
it's
it
not
was
that it's a
working
brand.
for
No,
them.
it's not
No,
a
it's
brand
not
for them.
their brand.
He was just
It's
buying
not
all
their
those
influencer.
expensive things. He was buying all those expensive stuff.
Yeah.
And he was eating flashy and all those
Please
stuff.
make it clear. Please, this is
Is
a live stream.
this
It
is a live
wasn't
stream?
that it was their brand ambassador. No,
Is
all
not.
those Nike you were mentioning,
No,
it wasn't their
it was
brand
just
ambassador, but it was patronizing those big brands and showing up their.
Okay. Okay. I see what you're saying. So he was actually utilizing but isn't it responsible of the company to know where they're putting their money?
that is not your business.
No.
If you set up a business and customers are buying, will you pry into their private
Privacy.
ideas to say where did he get this money? This guy was just buying.
Okay.
He
Okay.
will buy expensive wristwatch. He will buy and he will come online. He will flaunt it and all the lights. That was just what he was doing. And if really this guy would have waited to set up a business legitimately, that guy was destined to be a trillionaire, not a billionaire. And when I mean a billionaire, I mean when I mean a trillionaire, not in naira. I'm talking of trillionaire in dollars. Just like you have mosques, that would have been probably another global mosque, an African mosque
So,
there,
so
because you need to see how you need to see the intelligent mapping and all the strategies and the like that goes into it. So why are we talking about this? We are not saying this to even condemn him because we know that he's presently jailed.
Well, wait a
I
minute. Wait a minute. You're not trying to condemn him. Okay. Fine.
I'm
So
not trying
who's
to.
to? I know, but
I'm not.
who's to blame? Is the fact that he knows he can manipulate companies like that? I mean, don't you think that they already know that they could do that? Like,
I
did
don't.
the comp?
I don't need to condemn him because he has been condemned already. He's been condemned. He's
it's
in the
behind
he's in the
bars.
United States of America behind bars. There, he's
Yeah,
already
but when you
serving.
have all that money, you
But
have these big corporations. I For some reason or another, this doesn't make a lot of sense to me. These
you,
corporations have lawyers. They have contracts. If they sign something, they do something, they willingly participate. I think they're actually
Jim, you do
could.
not understand. Let me give you an example. This guy can wire your own money. We wire your own money, and you will never know
No, it got
how
out
it
of your
how it got
account.
out of your account. I'm talking of his brain
This
being a genius.
intelligence,
Is
yes.
is an intelligent person. He doesn't need to hold your phone to access your information and the like. So it's not that he's doing it with any company or what have
No,
you.
no, it's
And
not that.
when you guys were doing the lockdown and there was this money that was paid to citizens in your country,
Oh wow, really?
this guy moved a lot of you guys' money, and I'm sure probably
Yep,
part of the money that should
yep.
have come to you.
So that goes back to what you're saying in the beginning. At the beginning of online, now you've got this guy who's perfected a method.
Good, sure. So, what are we trying to say as we bring? Because this is supposed to be a 1 hour live
Yeah, it's
stream,
not that.
and we
Well,
want to
you
keep.
were late by an hour. What's up with that?
We had a technical challenge, and we had to
Okay.
resolve it. That's why.
Well,
But
well, next time you have a technical challenge, write it down in your chat.
there
You
was
didn't put
no
it.
there was no way. Just like all that I'm chatting now,
No,
you can't
can't
see
see
it.
it.
Oh, okay.
All that I'm chatting now, I wrote
So many things. It's not sure.
davetalentplatform.com is not showing. So it was really terrible. Everything was shut down. But
Okay.
at least we just told ourselves that even if it will be 1 a.m., that oh somebody is chatting
No, we're
something.
trying
Okay,
LinkedIn,
even
LinkedIn.
okay, even LinkedIn is sending me stuff now that they're having
Trying
challenge
to stream.
to stream. So it's just one heck of a day, and I believe it might be some of the juju of the online fraudsters that is preventing that it
Well,
doesn't.
go to Rumble. Go to Rumble. Stream on Rumble.
Okay,
Everybody, go to Rumble. I'm
okay,
sorry. I've been telling you guys this for years. Go to Rumble. Leave YouTube.
okay.
Jim doesn't know Juju. They don't mean that.
Okay, so with what we've said so far, we really want to appreciate every one of us for this night. And I would like Jim to give his parting words as we bring this live stream to a conclusion, and we'll meet on Sunday. Jim, over to you.
Thank you. Thank you again. Once again, the youth movement is the most important movement in society. In any country, in any format of where they live, the youth are the future. And without the future, we don't have more youths. It's a positive mindset that when you teach people through like deep talent and they get a grasp of their own potential and realize that the mind is better suited in an environment where you're being legitimate with your own integrity. Grasp it, take advantage of it, utilize it. I just want, I hate to bug on Dr. Ojo. I think Dr. Ojo has really good things that the youth can learn from. Um, Thank you again for having me here. The other thing is, let's keep a hopeful spirit about this scamming thing. Let's keep a hopeful spirit that it ends.
Yeah,
Very good.
Yeah,
Very good. That's why we're here, and that's why we're talking about
yeah,
the legitimate job opportunities that takes this coming thing away from our youth. So that's
right.
why we're here. So that's it. So if you are a youth out there and you're good at what you're doing, go on to www.deeptalentplatform.com. You can earn in dollars while here in Africa or in this global south, anywhere you are, just make sure you're good at what you're doing and you're ready to learn and unlearn whatever skills you've acquired before, and you're going to be great at it. So that's it, and that's one thing Jim is talking about.
and before we close tonight, I have an announcement to make. Maybe you are seeing this video and you're like, I'm not educated, I'm not this kind of academic inclined person. We have a slot for you. If you are out there and you are a fashion designer, you are good at what's it called, making female or female suit rather. You are good at making female suits, well-tailored female suits. An organization just reached out to us to help them in getting a very brilliant youth that can man this position for them in their big brand. So if you are there, do reach out to us. You can, because if I type now, you might not be able to see because of the network. Kindly reach out to us on WhatsApp, +234 8179591789. The job is ready. The job is ready.
Again.
+234
+234
81
79
59
59
17
17 89. And if you're there, you are an electrician, you are a plumber, you're into medicine, whatever craft you're into, you can reach out to us on this number as well. We have job opportunities for you. And if you are a company looking to employ, or you are into building, you're building you're building your own house, or you're constructing whatever you're constructing at this time, and you need the services of these craftsmen, please do also reach out to us on that number that we just said, +234 81 79 59 17 89.
So you do not have any excuse to say, "Oh, it's because I'm not the academic inclined type. That's why I'm into fraud." Seal up your mouth, because we have this opportunity for you. The well-educated ones, we have Deep Talent platform to get you the necessary remote job. So far, you can prove that you are able to do what you claim to have been able to do in certificate.
Yes.
So, and for those that are skilled, whatever skill you have, reach out to us. We will connect you to the necessary employers of labor. And
employers also that are looking out to engage real skilled men that have integrity. That's one thing.
Yes.
Reach out to us on the numbers showing them. Yes.
So, from all of us as settlers, we want to say thank you so very much for being part of this wonderful
live stream. Don't forget to like, share.
Don't forget to like, share, comment. We love it when you comment. One of the videos that have been going viral and gaga was that in which my South African people have been chatting us. Thank you so very much, people of South Africa. We love you so much. We hope your airport is now filled with a lot of traffic, because we got an update that we want to verify. We wish you well, even as the whole of Africans leave your country. We wish you well.
We wish all the Africans that have been able to go back to their countries well. That's all.
We wish you guys well. But tell us how you've been feeling. I hope everywhere is good now. No problem. Thank you so very much.
Don't forget to keep your joy, because your joy is your strength, and your strength is your life. I get mine from the Holy Spirit, so make sure you get your strength from where you seem fit. Okay. So till we come your way next time, we remain the Settlers. Catch you, love you, bye-bye.
Bye. Bye.